everybody, welcome back to IP Farms. Well, it's a little dreary here in North Carolina, but it is what it is, trying to drizzle rain. Gentleman's supposed to be on the way to pick up the chisel plow. Put it online, didn't take long. Called me this morning, said he wanted it. I'm gonna try to dig the loader out here if the rain will hold off, get it picked up, brought around front so we can set it on his trailer. If you guys tuned into the live the other week, I told you that I had it up for sale. You know, we've gone a different route with the tillage. When I do end up doing that, we got the moldboard plow, and I do have that final piece of tillage equipment I've talked about several times, which actually is coming up in a video soon in about 2 weeks when I'm going to get it. But needed something that I really needed from the beginning in the reclaim tractor implement, and I've been putting it off because they're so expensive. Finally found one, pennies on the dollar. You all know me, so it just kind of worked out. Thought if it was meant to be, I'd throw the chisel plow up for sale, and I did, and it sold really quick. So we'll see what happens. He said he's on his way. You never know till people get here, but I'm hoping for the best, especially if I get out here and get wet. But I'll get you a little bit of footage if I can, and hopefully we'll have some road trips coming up on this video as well. Stay tuned. Yeah, welcome back. It's Saturday morning. I don't even know what day it is, March the 2nd or 3rd, something like that. Gonna get the service truck cranked up here and get the trailer hooked up. Head out to go get this other piece of farm equipment I talked to you about. Got a couple clips of chisel plow leaving the other day, so let's see what we can do. Well, here it is, guys. 8-foot York brand landscape rake. I've been needing one of these from the very beginning. They work perfect for, of course, rocks, debris. It's not an aggressive design as far as where it moves a whole lot of soil or material. You can lightly finger through everything. Dirt kind of flows through it. They are just super expensive in my area, like everything else. And you know, for 5 and 6 foot ones, once in a while you run across a 7, and this is actually an 8. Everything worked out pretty good. Got a hitch in the back. I'll explain my plan later on as far as what the hitch is going to be. And it's got a jack on it, so that's nice. You can unhook it. Pretty heavy duty, still swivels like all of them. Got a little wear in the pins, but nothing major. Just got it out and got it hooked to the 165, and while we had this out, we went ahead and did a little bit of work to it. Changed the seat. This is actually the one that came off of the 3000. I just wanted to see how it set as far as the suspension seat and the design. So far so good. It does put you up higher on the clutch pedal, so if continue to like it, then might go ahead and order one, you know, black of course for the 165 here. But let me show you one more thing on the tractor. Okay, I don't know how the audio is going to be, but I'm tickled to death about this. Let me show you. The exhaust is right behind you, so bear with me. All right, guys, real quick, I'm gonna try to show you what's going on here on the 165. I've talked about it ever since Dad bought the tractor. What the major play in the system was right here in the bottom of this pin that goes in this arm, and then of course back here in this bolt. So what we were able to do was find an air fitting, believe it or not, that was the same outside diameter that this bar was wore, and it had the same inside diameter as this. So we filed it down a little bit, got it in there. That tightened everything up here. This rod is tight now there, so that took out the play here. Down here in the bottom of the screen, there's an adjusting bolt. I really don't understand the whole concept of this steering, but basically the top piece here goes back, is attached to the drag link that goes back to the steering box. That turns, and when that turns, of course, it actuates your power assist cylinder. Well, down here it's got a piece that drops into this secondary arm, which is actually what moves your front end, and there's adjustment here. But if you would think that all this would move together, but if so, then it would never actuate this power assist. So there's a little bit of an adjustment here. We've done the best we could with it, but really, honestly, what that does is give the front end a whole lot of play, in my opinion. Not from the box itself, the steering box, but from up here, because this top arm moves a good, I don't know, 3/8 to a half an inch in here, which out here on your wheels, time you go out another foot or two, entails a whole lot of play. So I don't think there's much I can do about that unless all this in here is wore, and if so, we're just going to have to deal with it. But my main thing right now is I'm able to get power steering, and that is a super plus, because I fought it all last year trying to mow with it. Showed you the seat, so let me get wrapped up here and we'll just call this one good. All right, everybody, we're going to wrap this one up and call it good. Wasn't a whole lot on here. Moving one piece of equipment down the road, bringing another one in. You know, I hate to let something go as good as a chisel plow, but you know, just kind of going a different route. Bought that one, the very first one, like I said earlier in the video, and I just can't really afford to let something sit here that I'm not using when I can take that money and put it towards 2 or 3 other things, and that's basically what we've done. Got the work done on the 165. I'm real tickled about that. Power steering, we are just going to keep that on the hay bind for right now. I'm so far behind with the 3000, I'm not going to have time to put the remote hydraulics on it, so we're just going to mow with the 165 and probably rake and tether with this one, and probably bale with my 250. We'll just see how it works out. The landscape rake, been looking for that one of those really since day one of the reclaim. It makes it so much easier to get up the limbs and debris left from pushing all this brush a quarter mile like I've had to do. It's going to work out great in the long run with anything I dig up when I start dirt work and, you know, turning the fields under. And then kind of my backseat plan, if you will, is to utilize this maybe as a pennies on the dollar soil finisher slash field cultivator slash do-all, if you will. Nothing major, but I'm thinking with the finished disc I've got, it doesn't leave very many ridges. I can knock any down, get any debris up with this lightly, have the cultipacker hook behind it, making a nice seed bed, run the drill through. Unfortunately, the cultipacker is more narrow than the drill, so I'll have to go back over it with the cultipacker to seal everything up, but I believe we'll be fine with that. So hopefully you've enjoyed everything. Seen the shorts on Daz 3000 here. That's coming along really nice. He really loves it. I'm tickled to death with the progress. We're on the power steering issue now, which I knew that when we bought it. I just wanted to get everything else out of the way and get it back running before we tackle that. So might be a video or two on that, because I'm going to have to tear into the steering box, and you all know why if you know Fords. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Really appreciate everybody being here. Thank you for continuing to follow along the journey with me. All the new subscribers, the support system, the encouragement, the advice you guys give is second to none, and I really appreciate it. So definitely stay tuned. Hopefully you're watching this on Sunday. I'm not sure if I'll have a video Wednesday or not. Next weekend we will go and retrieve that final piece of tillage equipment coming to IP Farms. So definitely stay tuned for that, and we'll just see what happens over the next couple of days, guys. I really appreciate it. Until then, thank you.